Now let's talk about conditional probability. First, let's kind of talk about what is conditional probability. Well, conditional probability is the probability of an event happening given that another event happened. Okay? And that event's affected the outcome of the next event. So, here's an example I got. What is the probability of getting a fourth ace from a deck of cards given you already got 3 aces in your hand? So, given that you already got 3 aces in your hand, now what's the probability of getting that fourth ace at this point in time, knowing that you already have 3 aces? Or another example would be down here is find the probability of getting a green marble from a jar, given you already drew a red marble from a jar. Well, they actually have this fancy equation to solve something like this, and here's how you read it. Here's your equation. It says, find the probability that B happens given A already happened. This is equal to the probability that A and B both happen divided by the probability that A happened. And you know what? It's a great equation. It works. But gosh, it is so confusing to try to use this equation. And sometimes it's better just to think through some of these problems on your own. For instance, let's just look at this marble problem right here. We could use this marble problem. Let's use this equation, and then let's try to think through it to see if it's just a little bit easier. So it says, find the probability of getting a green marble from a jar, given you already drew a red. So we want to find the probability that we get a green, given we already got a red marble from this jar right here. Okay? Well, this is equal to the probability of getting a green, right? Probably a green and a red, all over the probability of getting a green or getting a red. Okay, well, we can figure out some of these probabilities. First off, what's the probability of getting a red? The probability of getting a red, well, that's equal to, since there's 2 reds and 3 greens, that's equal to 2 over 5. Okay, and what's the probability of a green and a red? Well, the probability of a green is first 3 over 5 times the probability of getting a red now, after you take a green out, would be 2 over 4, right there. So we got this fraction all set up here, and this kind of looks complicated. Let's start multiplying things. 3 times 2 is up on top here. We got 6, and then 5 times 4 is 20. That's for this top part. That's all over 2/5. And now we got to figure out what this is. We use that little formula where we flip it. So we're going to take this up here and we'll multiply it instead by 5 halves. And so we got that right now, and this 2 cancels out that, so we got a 3 there. Oh my gosh, this is confusing. Let's just use common sense on this, right? This is all so confusing. Let's just think about it this way. Find the probability of getting a green marble from the jar given you already drew a red marble out. Well, let's say I drew a red marble out. See, this red marble is out. Okay, now let's look at it. What's the probability of getting a green marble at this point? Well, there's 4 marbles in there. 3 of them are green, so the probability of getting a green marble is 3 out of 4. And if we kept on going with this, this would turn into being 3 out of 4. Right there. That 5 and that 20 will cancel out. We get you a 4 on the bottom. 3 out of 4. So, you know, you can use this formula right here, but the best bet is try to use common sense on some of these things. Try to figure out if you did that thing and removed it, then what is the probability now with the new scenario?